hello, 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 hello. Sean Brady talking on some of the cool, very, very cool scotches that I got for our blind tasting here with the Neighborhood Tasting Society in the very near future. So January 2021 lineup looks like this. Now, these are all blind tasting, so of course I'm not going to say exactly where they're from, but I will give you some indicators for those that may know their distilleries a little bit more than I. You are going to like some of these flavor profiles and some of the things I talked about. So in doing a little research, and I'll share more of this in our session tomorrow night, one of them, and this was actually inspired by Amanda Victoria, right? She and Mr. Blair Bowman out in Scotland. She's in New York City, and she runs one of not only coolest rooms, I think, in Clubhouse, but certainly some very cool things on a whiskey tasting society standpoint. But furthermore, she was sharing about a very rare bottle of scotch that she was enjoying on the Burn Celebration Night, celebration for the national poet, essentially, of Scotland. That was just on the 25th, this past Monday. And when she was describing it, I knew I had to procure something of the sort. So I found one bottle out of a lot, a barrel. It was number 243 bottles of this barrel were produced. It is an 18-year-old Speyside. Oh, buddy. Yes. Now, so that typically, I haven't tasted it yet. I have not gotten into it. I will not get into it until we're all together. And one of the things about the notes is that this is like one of those where they blend in the whiskeys because it's just so special. So happy. And I know some of you who are definite aficionados will know this, but this particular distillery, being around quite a long time, has its own private underground water source. So don't be Googling that if you don't know it already. We don't want, you don't cheat in trivia. Don't cheat yourself yet. Don't cheat yourself. So that's just one, a very rare and probably one of the last, if not certainly the last bottle that was available in this establishment where I procured it. So that was one. And then we get to point ratings. Now, I'm kind of John Q. Public. I go by ratings. I like my Yelp reviews. I like my Google reviews. And from a point standpoint, yeah, if it's got over 90 points, we're a lot happier, right? And not just on whiskey, but also on wine. So in whiskey, especially Scotch whiskey, a lot of the things that I was reading about for the flavor profiles I was wanting to set up for this tasting, few things that were above 90 points. There were some 92s. I saw another 92. I saw a 94. 94 was the highest I saw. But in this establishment and in this tasting, we got two. Count them, two. 95 pointers. Yes, we did. Yes, I did it. So we got those going on, and then we got some other limited edition ones and some things that have some cool characteristics. I'm like, I just got to find out what that is. I don't know. Sometimes I get overwhelmed with all the choices there are, but I had some fantastic help. So that, and just, the other things that I talked about on the last video about flavor profiles and tastings and things to think about, what your palate enjoys. I think it's going to be a really fun night. But I wanted to share a little bit about some of these whiskeys that are be coming up because it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be so tasty and surprising because it's totally blind. You don't know what's coming, and neither do I. I'm going to have Michelle mix them up. So I don't even know. All right. That's what we got. It's going to be fun. I look forward to seeing you. And we might not be able to do it in person, but like I always say, we'll always see you right here on social media. Thanks for watching.